Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and good evening, everyone. Um, this is the second episode after a very long time of the series of the conversations with the technocrats, seasoned field experts, some noted Pakistani academicians, educational consultants, and great teachers on a range of educational issues that the country faces in producing futurists, uh, tech creators, and above all, a satisfied, contented human being. The idea behind the recordings is to develop the bigger picture of the relevant education for both now and in the future, and to present the mandatory and correct information to the concerned audience, and I mean students, parents, and the educators in particular. Our esteemed guest for the second episode is Laila Khalid, who is an IT enthusiast and website developer. Laila Khalid is a forward-thinking professional offering more than 7 years of experience working in a fast-paced technology environments. Uh, Laila is currently serving as a head developer at Good Vibes. That is an Australian company, and Laila is a designer who codes, and she has worked internationally, in-house and remotely on projects for leading brands, agencies, startups, and charities. Laila is incredibly passionate about website development and design in all of its forms. She has a master's degree in computer science from the USGC China, majoring in artificial intelligence. Laila's research areas dive into AI, deep learning, and machine learning. Um, she can leverage technical, analytical, and problem-solving skills to create dynamic, high-speed websites, apps, and platforms, fueling competitive advantage and revenue growth that bring out clients' imaginations into reality. We are welcoming you in our second episode, Laila. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, and I'm happy to be here, and thank you for the flattering introduction. Yeah, so happy to be here and share this all with you.
Thank you so much, although it was very concise, just due to time shortage.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, you have produced more than 450 website platforms, and that was very impressive in this age. I am impressed by your work.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. It's not something you have in your mind when you start after this this journey. But as you go on and you look back at the numbers and you are amazed yourself that you have come a long way, and yeah, I'm just happy that I got all of this experience and the opportunities that came into my life that led me here, and I'm thankful for that.
Absolutely awesome. If you are ready, so we can start the questions right away.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Great. So your high school was in Pakistan, and in your school life, what actually made you choose the subject of computer science? As I know from your resume that you were pursuing computer science from the high school level, the high school, then intermediate, then in bachelor's, and then to master's, and then mashallah, your PhD. So what actually made you choose that subject of computer science? And did you do that willingly out of out of your passion, or you were clear about that you are going to choose computer science rather than arts and biology or the options available at that time?
So basically, I always had this option of either I was going to choose computer science or biology. But for me, at school level, you don't have anything that is, you can take part in a practical sense, So for me, going to the computer lab and testing out the codes and stuff, it was my, favorite time of the day. Whenever our teacher used to ask, like, for the computer class, And I was pretty excited, just because I got the opportunity of having a personal computer when I was very little, and my dad used to show us different games and softwares and stuff, and I was always into that. And but for me, at that time when we were I guess it was seventh class or eighth class, when we were asked to choose either biology or computer science. And
Yeah.
I thought, bio, I mean, I was very good at drawing and sketching and stuff, and people used to ask me to make their practical notebooks and stuff. But still, I thought, I wanted to do something practical. I wanted to experiment it, something that's not in the book, something you can go out and do yourself, instead of being taught by the teacher, and just following a set routine. That it was something that was happening that time when I was in school. And I just really loved that. And whenever I used to go to the computer lab, I used to get my work done quickly. We were, I think, learning GW basic language.
Yeah.
And after that, my teacher was like, she was really nice. She used to say that, you can use the computer as long as you want, after you're done with your task. And I used to just completely get on to that and get it done, and so that I can experiment with the code, and do my stuff that I wanted to learn. And yeah, I was initially, from start, I was always invested into that. And in each step of my academic, you can say, ladder, where whenever I had to choose, I always choose CS, and it's been that way till now.
And that is one of the key features of your success journey, that you were sure about your subject and you chose it, you know, uh, by your willingness. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Usually it happens like at the age of 14 that you can actually decide and make a good decision. So that was around 14, right? Do you remember your age at that time?
Mm, I guess it was even before that.
Oh.
I was around 11 or 12.
Hmm.
Using this from seventh class or sixth class. And yeah, from before that, it was just plain old interest in computers what children have. But later on, it turned into something more than interest. I guess passion more. I'd like to say.
Uh-huh. This is the reason you chose one of the best universities for BScs programs currently offering in Pakistan, that's concepts. So, what was your
Uh-huh.
experience of doing your bachelor's at a private university that is concepts?
I would say that my experience have been really great. I still consider Comstats to be the best in IT right now in Pakistan, and the amazing journey I had, taught me a lot, especially regarding different, there's a ton of languages and fields and direction in computer science. And every teacher that I met in each semester, I would sway away my direction. Let's say, this semester I was impressed with my database teacher, and the next one, and it would be something different. So, there were a lot of possibilities, and I was excited to, try out all of them. And I'm not someone who likes to be stuck in a, certain field, certain direction. I'd like to experiment different things. So I was happy that I got to see different aspects of it. And I guess in comparison to the public universities, I say the private universities, since I guess we are paying them, they are investing more of their resources, and the teachers spend and actually give a damn about what they teach. And mostly, you can see that a lot of it is more practically based. So it's great to see what we learn in the books, and to implement that as well. And yeah, it's been amazing experience there.
It's it's incredible to listen that, because so what I have concluded from your answers, that once you are sure of your journey of your career, then you have to harness every kind of opportunity coming in your way, rather than cursing the system, cursing the, the
Mm-hmm.
university, the teachers, because you cannot get every teacher at the par you think that the teacher should be. As you are saying that
Uh-huh.
you get good teachers, in every semester, but not all of them. You get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I guess we are living in an age where we don't get to blame or curse others, because you know information is available at the tip of our fingers.
Hmm.
If you have the passion and if you have the urge to learn something that you want, you can simply get it. You just search it. Every other course and stuff is available there. Even if you think that you're not being taught right, you always have dozen other options. I mean, it's not something that was available for people before us. I mean, we are living in a golden age. I guess you don't have any complaints. You shouldn't have any complaints. At least this is what I say. It's all on you.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. All right. Um, so what do you say as you moved to China for your master's? What do you say
Mm-hmm.
of doing a bachelor's degree from China?
Bachelor's degree from China. To get a bachelor's degree from there is a bit. It's a bit difficult, because bachelor's is about like 4 years of your life, and yeah, and they also require a lot of different language requirements in that. I mean, if you want to do bachelor's from China, you would have to put out your 5 years. So for the
Hmm.
first year, they'll teach you the language stuff. You have to pass certain level of HSK, which is the language exam that you need to clear, either HSK 5 or HSK 6 level. And after that, you get to study your majors and stuff. So I would say that anybody who is deciding to get their masters done from China or anywhere else, I would say, especially on scholarship, this is if you are intending to find something, then I would say that just get your bachelor's done from here. There are a ton of good universities here that have what is being offered at the international level. And yes, I believe that. And after that, for masters, I would say that you should definitely get that abroad experience.
Okay, so basically, you are not recommending doing bachelor's, uh, even on scholarship from China, right?
I would say that, for example, most if you are interested in language and culture and stuff, then yeah, go ahead, learn that, and then afterwards, your major stuff as well. But the thing is that most of the courses, obviously, like English isn't our second first language. It's not theirs as well. So something that's being conveyed in that, you won't get much of the learning experience as you would from here. I would say, just because bachelor's is a pivotal part of your education, and it's really important you get to learn the basics and every foundation of what you are going to achieve next. So I would recommend that you do that from here, and later on, then you definitely for masters, go ahead.
All right. If I ask you to just list down and tell us the very basic, crisp steps of what you have followed to get to the scholarship in China successfully,
Hmm.
or maybe
Okay, so
we can point out, or we can give the links to the students who are watching this episode.
definitely.
Yeah,
Okay,
and so that we can help
yeah.
out to reach out to that possibility, because educational crisis
Mm-hmm.
in Pakistan is no more a surprise. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, basically, when I started, I just joined this group that is quite famous. If you're looking or searching online for scholarship, etc., you know that group. It's Scholarship Network, and it's been one of the most successful and I would say the prominent groups out there that help Pakistani and other students as well to get scholarships all around the world. And then specifically, once you target your country, let's say you're going for China, you can post your queries there, you can ask questions. There are already files and links and everything available there. As well as, we also have ton of groups for CSC scholarship, that is Chinese government scholarship. And there are a couple of groups there that that have all the updates regarding application process and everything. So for China, actually one of the things that they require is a physical examination. So whichever university etc you are applying for, you have to get that exam done. Just download that PDF and get it done from any hospital here. Basically they just want to know that you are healthy and mentally and all right to pursue your education further. And yeah, rest is your degrees, and it's based on your interview etc. It's really
So
simple.
what is that
You
group?
just
Is it a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group? What is that
no
group?
it yeah, yeah, it's a Facebook group. So we have I guess CSC group, and there is another group called Scholarship Network. Both of these are great. I'll share the links with you if you want to share with your
It will be
viewers.
great. It will be
And
great. And
yeah.
in the initial
Uh-huh.
comment, I will pin that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So they list all the documents and everything else there. And it's because I have gone through the process of applying in other countries as well. So I know how much hard that is, because in Pakistan, getting your attestation and then completing all the documents, it's super hard, and it's super,
Lengthy and lengthy.
painful process. Yeah, it's a hectic process. But for me personally, the China process was much easier. You have to just complete the information on the scholarship website, and then they offer you to select the university you want to apply. So there are a lot of different universities, and some universities they also ask you to apply on their site as well. So even if you have a good profile and you don't get a Chinese government scholarship, they offer you personal scholarship and other scholarship as
Oh,
well. So yeah, that's great as well. there
so
are
there is
there are
no
ton of different.
third party available, like when you apply to UK, you need to get to the UCAS and UTAS for the Australia and UniAssist for the Germany. So there is no third party available. Like, and there is no application.
No, no. Yeah, no. I guess in my process and in the most of the processes that I've seen, there isn't a third party. Very, very less, because they are very united and very well organized. They have this system, which is CSC, just as I have said earlier. The government has the control and stuff. So you just have to apply on that website. And whichever university you're applying to, if that university has a condition that you have to apply to them as well, so just open up their website as well and fill up the form, and whatever requirement they have. One of the most essential requirement is the physical exam, like I have also mentioned. So yeah, that is needed. Otherwise it's your degrees and just basic stuff like passport etc.
So it is better to apply to the university directly, as it saves time, university's times and yours time, rather than
Mm-hmm.
apply to a website that is foreign to the university as well. You know, I'm sure they are not
Uh-huh.
applying on your behalf to the university, right? If you create profile at
Uh-huh.
SC. CSC.
Okay, yeah. So basically, the thing is that you can apply to the university directly, but then you narrow down your chances of getting a scholarship. So
Okay.
the Chinese scholarship, that is being given by the government, they have ton of it. That's why mostly people apply for scholarship from CSC, and 80 to 90% of people get that CSC
Mm.
scholarship. There are very little percentage of personal scholarship that are governed by different other parties, or university scholarship, fellowship, etc. But they are limited in amount. For that you have to be really exceptional to land that scholarship. But yeah, mostly people just go after CSC. So simply, it's like applying for the government grant, and the department also gives you scholarships.
Okay, so pursuing the scholarship process through CSC, that is the formal website, is better than applying directly to the university, as it enhances your chance to get uh, through it successfully. Um, uh,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also because most of the universities you have to apply there as well, but you have to apply for the CSC scholarship as well.
okay, they ask you to come through that phase, right?
Of course, like most of them, like every university, I guess, in China, or most of them, they are affiliated with CSC and stuff. So they basically cater that scholarship more. And since only a handful of them offer for different, their own scholarship stuff, only the really top tier ones. So yeah, basically it's just CSC that you should apply for.
Right, like it makes the students and the universities work easy.
Yeah.
Right. Um, so China's universities ranking is getting better day by day, and you have studied your masters at the university that ranks in top 100. I think so. Previously, in
Mhm.
2021, USDC's ranking was 93 among the global universities ranking. Um,
Mhm.
so, did you see that ranking criteria when you were applying for the scholarships for the particular universities? And
Well,
how
I mean,
were
of course, yeah. I mean, of course, you always see the ranking that you're applying for, and also you also see the area and the city that you're applying to. It differs a lot, if you're applying in Beijing or some other city, in comparison to that. And of course, ranking is the most important thing that you should be looking for, aside from the supervisor you get. So yeah.
all right? Um, right. So, what was your experience at USTC China uh, in computational science? So, after computer science, what is that computational science? If you can shed a light on it.
uh, yeah, so basically it's just computer science.
Oh.
It's the technicality of that word. It's nothing different. But since in masters, we get to more explore, deeply in the directions of that label that's called computer science. We get to see that there are different research directions in that. And it's basically exploring different things and finding the right path for you that you think is something that can help you um, achieve your goals, as well as that can offer you a lot of information and academic experience as well. So when you go in that journey, you have to choose your second major, and further, you have to narrow down what is something that really interests you, and what you can offer your research and work for that field. So yeah, it's really great.
Right. So this is just the name that is different. As you see,
Yeah.
in Germany, they say computers, uh, informatics. So, informatics
Uh,
science, and so they are just these are just jargons, right?
yeah, basically. I mean, there are universities that are offering in masters in cybersecurity and other
Hmm.
stuff. But I guess you don't want to label, or I guess limit yourself to a certain field. If you apply, or if you just do a basic take up that masters in computer science, just the general term. You can explore anything. You can try out different areas. You can contribute your work in different fields. But if you limit yourself to a certain label, or I guess a degree, then even your work life and things ahead, they're just limited to that. That's certain thing.
Hmm.
I guess if you choose computer science, you can be a data scientist, you can be a database expert, you can be data analyst, and there are tons of different things that you can do. So just don't limit yourself to a particular field or something, especially in computer science, I would say.
So, do you recommend to choose for the degrees which are offering particular domain of computer science, like for cybersecurity, masters in AI, masters in life science informatics? Let's suppose if I can name some masters in networking, or rather than to go for MSc computer science, or the generic degrees like MS software engineering, or just like MS computational science. So do you recommend that to choose the narrow the path or for masters at the initial stage?
So, I mean, I would always suggest that, to not limit yourself, don't go after the fancy label, or, just something that says, you're expert of this and this, and, this is only the field that you're gonna go into. So, I would always suggest that, just do your computer science in masters in computer science, and then, you have unlimited possibilities, and the directions that you can follow up. You don't get to be cornered up into something, that has only one direction. For example, if you do your masters in cybersecurity, I mean, it's great. I personally love cybersecurity. I personally love the direction. But if you get your degree in that, there are very limited jobs in the industry that you can get into. There are special positions that you can get. And for others, if you apply for the a job for a data scientist or something else, you'll be you won't be like, I mean, at certain level it is beneficial, like, sticking up to something particular and getting that if you are really passionate and interested about that. But if you're someone, who want to explore something different and try different fields, and achieve a lot in different directions, then I would say just it's not general. When you're in masters, all you're learning about different directions, in not a general way, in a very very deeper and
Hmm.
perspective. You get to explore those fields, so it's not that general that if you just do your masters in computer science. But that way, I would say that you can open a lot more possibilities for yourself.
It is definitely a great advice for the students who are pursuing for masters. Trust me, because it was a major question when I asked yesterday that I am going to interview you. So that was the major question coming to me, because we are lacking career counselors here in Pakistan, particularly, or maybe they are expensive or hard to reach out. So you are giving, a valuable advice. Um,
Thank you.
Lela, you were passionate to pursue computer science and you were doing networking and you are very good at communications. I am a witness. So, and you were probably more adventurous than your fellow mates and you were open minded when you went to China. You didn't limit yourself to a particular group of people. Rather, you went for diversity in the groups, right? Rather than like you went for career diversity and then for a religious diversity and then for cultural diversity.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. So, what do you think, apart from your own, behavior and your own passions and your own thinking, how much your teachers helped you in becoming what you are today?
Oh, that's a great question. There are a lot of different individuals in my mind that I really look up to, even if they don't know me by my name. There are a lot of students that teachers have in their life, but yeah, I guess from start, there were ton of different people. I really look up to. For example, in my I guess school life, I would say there was this English teacher. I was quite interested in reading and other stuff, and she used to recommend me books and stuff. So I always remember her. And then moving forward, in my bachelor's, there was this teacher. There are different things that people admire in other people. For me, because as a coder, it's a joke in the programmers community that nobody knows what they are doing, but we are just experimenting and and taking part of other codes and other developers ideas and stuff and integrating into ours and developing something new and stuff. So it's really common. We have a platform called Stack Overflow, and we're always sharing our codes and stuff and copying theirs and using it in our code and just getting things done.
Okay.
So there was this teacher. I'm not gonna name him, but he was an excellent coder, and he would do this live session of coding in real time, and I
Hmm.
was like always in awe of how good he was. And like it, even for me, I'm good at problem solving and stuff, but I have to search it out and think it over and stuff. It's not like something you just start and writing and in real time and stuff. That's really we see in movies and stuff that hackers are doing this and that, and it's not a process like that. It takes time, and for me it was very admirable to see him do this live and in real time, and in front of like hundreds of people and stuff. And yeah, there are individuals in your life that inspire you and that you want to see yourself yeah, a bit closer to what they are. And yeah, I guess in China as well, there were teachers that taught me Chinese language, and I really admire them, as well as I really like the discipline they have regarding having a student, because I have taught a lot of people, and I think it requires a lot of patience to deal with such different people from different backgrounds, as students. And I think teachers are really great. I thought I could never do something like that. For example, I get irritated when people ask me stupid questions and stuff.
Hmm.
Like my younger brother and stuff, this and that, and I'm like, like it's a simple question, it's that easy and stuff. And I always say that, teachers are really great. They not only endure us, they have the answers to our questions. And they don't even know that they are inspiring us in ways that, they never even have thought of. So yeah, a lot of my Chinese teachers have inspired me as well. Yeah.
This is great to see and to hear, and it must be pleasant to hear for the teachers that you, as a very good and brilliant student, aspires your teachers, and you see role models in them, which is very scarce and rare. You know what? Because it's a very small figure, who really see role models in their parents and teachers, and that's very, very, a sad reality of the world, that teachers do not put that much required effort in the students' lives. It's lovely to hear that. And I'm sure teachers are getting, whosoever is listening to this, they are getting a lot of, you know, inspiration from this.
Yeah, happy to
Um,
share that.
Lela, in the wide genre of software development and in computer science,
Mhm.
why website development in particular?
Uh, I guess at the start, I was always a person that was into designing and creative stuff, and graphic and stuff like that.
Uh,
And when I started website designing, I guess a lot of people would say that why didn't you go into graphic designing and stuff. The thing is that, with me for website development, I found something, that I had this practical sense to it. I would say, you do the stuff, you put in a lot of effort and code and etc. And then this amazing things comes up. And it was nice for me. And secondly, in terms of from being a middle class family, I would say that initially pursuing any career in this thing was tied to the term money, because everybody wants to be independent and stuff. And yeah, just wanted to make it big, and started with that, fell in love with that, and until now that I have stuck with that. I have done other work too, but that's one of my favorite things, to translate the ideas of your clients and individuals and put your creative essence into that, and making something that they admire and like, and that's out in the world for everyone to see and interact with.
I remember I was doing when I was imagining some a task which can be translated into an HTML code or using a PHP. So it was like just like that you have dreamt something, आपने रात को ख्वाब में देखा है और आप सुबह उसको shoot करना चाह रहे हैं, right? So
Yeah.
it was very hard sometimes to translate that reality, but it's really fun. And who is adventurous enough to play with the things can be best at.
Sorry, can you say that again? That wasn't audible.
No, I am saying that it is putting your clients imaginations or
Mm-hmm.
assumptions into the coding.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun, and it can be very hectic at the same time when you are just a dry kind of professional, and you are not into experimenting and adventurous, um, with your products.
I mean, well, of course, if you're not adventurous, and if you are not into the new trends coming in, and trying the creative aspect of it, then you won't get far. Of course, everybody can design a basic website and just get the content from internet and put up a page. But it's not about that. There were times, when I had something from my clients on paper. They wanted this and this, and you just need to do a text that's tilted this way and this, different aspects of it, because everybody wants something different, something unique, something eye-catching, that's not out there. And then to implement that, it's a frustrating process, when you try something and you don't know how to do that. But you try different stuff, and maybe if I do this, if I do that, but it's also rewarding when you finally achieve that, that thing that you have been trying for like the past 3 hours or something. It's rewarding as well. That feeling is really great. And yeah, I mean, that is how you grow. You don't have to be stuck into a routine or something, to do things certain way. You have to evolve, and if you don't, you won't get far.
Yeah, undoubtedly, it's a continuous self-learning process, and you have to upskill and reskill in particular, website development and in the IT-based or
Mhm.
the CS-based careers. It's very, 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 very important. It's important in every kind of careers. When you take the education in particular.
Mhm.
Even if it is primary education, the secondary education, and up to the the higher levels, but for in particular, because things are coming in your ways rapidly, and then the clients are coming with those updated kind of and they
Yeah,
demand
requirements.
exactly, like if Amazon has changed their layout, or there's something different coming in HTML5 designs or the layout of the websites, then everybody wants to upgrade their websites. So
Mhm.
so that is very important to constantly upskilling and reskilling yourself. Trust me, I'm enjoying the conversation very much, and there are a lot of keys and secrets for the CS ones, and for the IT graduates, and who are coming with the who are coming to the industry. Um, or who are in the industry, there are a lot of secrets from you coming in this conversation. I hope you are getting notes. um, uh, you are a freelancer as well, Lela. What services do you offer on Fiverr? Is it just website development, or the project management? What do you basically offer on Fiverr?
Okay, so yeah, I do freelance, and I've been freelancing since 2015. And yeah, I offer website development services aside from just bug fixes and errors and stuff, and e-commerce as well as
Uh,
yeah.
unfortunately,
So yeah,
Unfortunately, your voice was breaking. Can you say it again? You offer website development services and
services, SEO content, and other, I guess, the basic bug fixes and errors, and technical aspects of fixing and troubleshooting websites.
SEO services and the maintenance, the website maintenance services, and the security, the security dimension as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, we are having this internet issue today, and it was like severe today, and I hope uh, we can finish up with this awesome interview in these abnormal conditions of internet in Pakistan. And I hope this get resolved in the days and years to come. Trust me. Uh, and you can do some miracle in the internet networking, Lela. Trust me, we need people. We need
Oh, I think
those
that
people like you.
I'd require a lot more effort and a lot more resources to do that. But this time I can only pray.
Yeah, yeah. And how after how much time did you get your first fiber uh, task? I mean, they say
Can you?
it's hard to get the project or
Yeah.
your business
Uh-huh.
after your first task. So, what was your journey
Okay.
as a freelancer on Fiverr, on particular Fiverr?
Okay. Yeah, so basically, I mean, I started in 2015, and my first account got blocked. Unfortunately, after I
Oh,
earned, I guess, yeah, I guess I earned around $60 there,
oh,
and then my account got banned.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, so basically at that time, it wasn't common knowledge. Nobody knew about this, and there were very few individuals who were into this,
Yeah.
freelancing stuff. And even my friends, I used to, ask them, hey guys, try this, let's do this together and stuff. And nobody was like serious about this, and they didn't think that this is something, that's gonna be translated into something much bigger later on. And yeah, so I had this friend, we both sort of created our profile separately
Mhm.
again after my first one. And then yeah, we helped each other around a bit, in the start. I got a couple of orders in my first month, I guess. Yeah, I guess in my second week or the third one. And yeah, from there, then, actually the thing is that people right now have become so impatient and greedy, and they just want the money and not to provide the quality that they should for that money. So
Mhm.
the thing is that, they're very impatient, and you have to be really consistent and really hard working, if you want this to be successful. It's not like, you make your account, and after 2 days or 3 days you're gonna get an order. It's not like that. I mean, I even worked for $5 day and night for to develop a website that I would not develop for even $500 today. So
Oh
it's
my God. A
yeah,
website
it's
just
so.
for $5.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, I had this craze in my mind that, I want to be independent and, achieve this and that. And, it was really addictive in the start when you start earning and start, having your own pocket money and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it started from there, and you get to be this crazy workaholic person that needs to, do a lot of work in the start, and then you get to enjoy this thing where you don't even have to put in effort, and the orders and everything will come to you automatically.
I really appreciate that you didn't give up once your uh, account was blocked. I mean, people give up, and they say that it works like six. The things are bad for Pakistanis, and we cannot get better of anything, and it will never going to work. We have bad lucks. Okay, maybe we get that the evil eye or something like that. So I really appreciate that that you were logical, and that you accepted that it can happen, and that this is just a thing which can happen to everyone, so I should try it again. And the reason you invested your time, your genuine efforts, and you are here. I really appreciate that.
uh, Thank you for that. I mean, I guess, I mean, I did throw a tantrum or something. I did cry for about a day or two.
Yeah,
But then,
that's
the thing
natural.
is that, yeah. So, but the thing is that, that's not gonna help. That attitude of yours, just crying and stuff, and
Mhm.
that's not gonna help, because things don't come to you. You have to like be vigilant, and get up on your feet, so that of course, because in order to achieve something at the end, you have to struggle for it yourself.
Yeah, and we are recording even when we have got the sudden power cut. You know, this is called ambition, and this is called consistency, and stick to your work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
uh, um, this platform, our platform, sure, aims at connecting the true guiders, that is the people from the industry, or the people who are translating the education into the real atmospheres. We are trying to connect those professionals and technocrats to these teacher, and to the self learners. So, Lela, it is not a surprise anymore that how technology is driving change in almost every major industry. So, in the education sector,
Mhm.
and after the pandemic situation, this transition swift, which was not possible otherwise in the developing countries like Pakistan. We were hesitant previously for the e-commerce, and then the transitions came excellently after pandemic. So now, by keeping things in perspective, what is your idea of 21st century classroom? How should it be looking like? What does it contain? And what's the perfect 21st century classroom now?
I guess during pandemic and after, even after the post COVID era, we were sort of addicted to that screen thing, that just stay in your room, get the information you want and stuff. But personally, I'd say that you have to get out there, you have to learn. It's much better that way. I do admire, and I do salute, as an IT person. I would say this is great. People are connected, and this is way much easier. You can save the transport cost and other stuff. But uh, it can never be a viable experience, if it is compared to something that is interactive and more learning worthy, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, both have their pros and cons, and it's great to have something as a second option, and that's something that is really great. But I would still say that the real teaching and the essence of it. For example, I'm not sure if you are a reader, who a person who likes to read books or something. But we do have Kindle Fire and Kindle and iPad and stuff. But those who really like the books and stuff, they can
Uh, we have lost you here, Lela. We have lost you. If I can connect to you.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So
We didn't hear you previously. Yeah.
yeah, so basically, I was giving an example of a book reader, somebody who enjoys reading books, and yeah, so we now have iPads and Kindles and mobile phones where we can,
Audiobooks.
yeah, yeah, we have all the books there. But somebody who loves book, they would always choose hardcovers and
That
paperback versions and stuff. That
okay.
experience, that feel, that thing, that genuinity and originality, that can never be replaced. The essence of that is unmatchable. I mean, of course, it's great to have something as a second option, something that's really good and that is viable. I would say that we can incorporate that into a lot of different things, but to totally eliminate that idea and bringing this new thing into it won't be something that I would be much into.
Okay, so you are saying that the experience you get from a physical classroom and the social interaction in the physical classroom, and there is nothing to that. There is no alternate to that. right? And you are
Yes,
suggesting that
exactly.
you should use a mix of the technology stuff
Mhm.
and that physical classroom stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can have our meetings and other stuff on online, and for half of it, we can have um, the traditional learning that we had in place. Not just shift everything, just have a component of it, so that when we transition later on, I don't know what's gonna happen on Earth.
True. It's so uncertain.
We Yeah, yeah. So we should have that component in this thing as well, having this component of advancement and futuristic touch in this. But yeah, just not leave our traditional stuff yet, I would say.
Yeah, you were experiencing both of them in your masters, because
Yeah,
you were back then. You did your first semester physically in China, and then you came back to Pakistan, and you couldn't go to China for the rest of your degree, right? So, what
yeah,
was your
yeah.
experience doing masters, virtually, and then attending the classrooms there in China?
I mean, I guess learning wise, the subjects and majors and stuff, it wasn't much different, I guess. But the connections and the experiences and the memories that you make, you don't get to experience that online. I mean, of course, for the learning is great. It's dedicated. You can watch it at your own pace and at your own time, even if you are a bit behind or stuff. Everything is under control, and in a controlled environment, and it's good. But the experiences, in class experiences with your colleagues and classmates and stuff, and the discussions, it's not like that, obviously. So yeah, like I said, everything has its pros and cons. So yeah, I mean, it was a good experience, but would I switch it over with the on campus stuff? I mean, definitely yes.
Were the maximum questions I was getting previously from the students and from the teachers. So
Mm-hmm.
we live in a digital era, using mobile devices to create and cloud computing to collaborate, and due to globalization, our means of communications have changed. And we are having cognitive computing and artificial intelligence to improve operations, and data analysis to extract key insights. And that's just scratching the surface. What are the mandatory skills you think which accompany a student of today and who wants to be relevant in the market industry till 2030, let's say?
Mm-hmm. I guess, I would always suggest someone who is getting into this AI, machine learning, and this advanced sort of aspect of IT. That's a bit closer to the dream that we have seen in movies and stuff. I would say, just go for the Python language. I mean, it offers a lot of different libraries and different frameworks and stuff that you can leverage, and create anything you want, from object detection to image analysis, segmentation stuff. There are a ton of stuff that you can do with that. So yeah, just go and learn Python language, get a start. And obviously, data structures is something that I always say that, if you have a good grasp of that, the basic syntaxes and the how the loops work and what are different data structures and stuff, very, very initial stuff. If you have the basics right, that is something that is being leveraged into
Hmm.
all the advanced aspects ahead as well. So if you have good basic knowledge for that, And if you learn Python and for other server side languages, I would say Node and Angular stuff. So it's good, for you to base off your career in this aspect as a data scientist and stuff. But for earning opportunities, I would say just get into PHP. I mean, different frameworks of it, and learn that. So that's good as well.
Hmm. One thing which is mandatory to be conveyed here to the students and for the teachers as well, because these languages, you say Python, PHP, C Sharp, the web-based languages are not included in our outlines. So the students learn it by themselves if they are eager to make a website platform,
Mm-hmm.
or make an Android application, so they learn Java by themselves outside of the institution. So, what do you say that, okay, if you are, it's very, I mean, um, and unfortunate to see that, okay, those actual skills and languages which are meant to be taught, and which are actually giving you work in the industry, and the skills to earn money are not a part of the curriculum.
Um,
So.
yeah, okay. So the thing is that, I mean, in my case, I did learn the basics and the start of these languages. I mean, not exactly what we get paid for,
Mm,
obviously. We get to learn the foundation and other stuff. But then it's all up to you. You can just pull up any YouTube video and learn from different websites that are offering these courses.
mm,
And even the paid stuff for $10, you can get into the most advanced course that is out there, through Udemy or Coursera and stuff.
mm,
So it's all about investing yourself into it, investing either your money or your time onto yourself, and achieving that. Obviously,
mm,
nobody's gonna spoon feed you and
mm,
tell you exactly what you have to do. They'll
totally.
tell you the basics and stuff, and how it can be leveraged into the market. But then it's all on you. It's just you that you have to learn out there, go out there, explore, and make it yourself.
So you should not completely rely on the teachers and the courses your degree is bringing to you. Rather, you should be vigilant, in your observation that what's going on, and
Mm-hmm.
what do you
Yeah,
need.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Because the thing is that we live in an environment right now that is very fast paced, and new upgrades and stuff and trends are coming in every other second. So even if they teach us something, it's gonna be out 6 months later on, and you have to be learn,
Mm,
or you have to adjust to something new. So when you have the right foundation, which is something that the teachers and these degrees provide,
mm,
it's then up to you, to pick up those things and leverage it ahead yourself. For example, I'd say that I worked on a couple of different stuff that was working at the time of production and stuff, and later on in the new releases, some of the functions got void and null, and they weren't in
mm.
that language anymore. So you have to use a different logic, replace that, and work with something that is more stable and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna change. The trends, they're not gonna stop, and neither should you. You should be learning with the curve.
Yeah, and to me, I have learned the policy side, and I have been to the institutions and with the educators who actually deal with the course outlines. And to me, it's I'm so sorry to say that, okay, it's a long journey. that we can make them understand that we have to change these obsolete course outlines, you know. So we cannot wait
Mhm.
for them to change things for us and to smooth down the track for our careers. So rather, we can be more, mm, fast
Mhm.
paced at learning things.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, so the thing is that your success shouldn't depend on any other variable, whether it's an institution or a human being
Hmm.
or your teacher or something else. It's all on you. You have to make it out of here.
Yeah.
Nothing is easy. Nothing is given to you on your plate. You have to work hard for it. Either it's in the learning process or it's in that practical and professional life.
So one of the key mandatory skill you have just taught us that you have to have that self learning thing in you first of all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you should be the life learner. Whoever
Hmm.
wants to be
Yeah.
successful in life shouldn't stop and keep himself going and in the right direction and with the trends and with the globalization demands.
Yes, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, if you want to succeed, if you want to go ahead, you have to do this. There's no shortcut, there's no formula. You have to go through this all, and everybody has a different path. Everybody has their own struggles and stories. You just have to make it through that.
Right. Laila, so far you have achieved a lot in your career and your personality, mashallah, is groomed and you are a professional, you are keen at delivering your product to your client efficiently and with the best way possible and you sacrifice your comfort, your sleep, and you do everything in order to deliver that timely, right? So do you make strategic plans like 5 year or 10 years plans and and is that important to make long term plans, to have a successful career and life? And what are your ambitions in website industry and as a freelancer?
Okay, so I guess I'm not someone who is super into plans and strategic, blueprint of their life, because I feel like life is really unpredictable. You don't even know if you're gonna live, be alive in the next 5 years. But saying that, I'd say that you should have goals, you should have ambitions, and you should, as long as you are in this run for this life, you should be out there achieving, working and struggling for your goals. I mean, for my goals, I'd say that I have been offered PhD scholarship recently, and yeah, I'm thinking about going with that. So I mean, for the next 4 years, I'd really like to devote my work into the research field, more so. I mean, I have published a paper that is dedicated for the blind community, especially in fashion. So I mean, there are a lot of stuff that AI can deal with, and is something that can help out. So I mean, I am someone who is more inclined toward the practical implementation of these software and work. I mean, rather than working on the theoretical and optimization and to this aspect of uh, CS field, I'm more inclined toward having something tangible that can help others, and that can be leveraged into their lives as well. For my 5 year ahead plan, I'd say that I do want to publish and accomplish more into this academic side, to have my name in that area as well, because since in Pakistan we weren't in taught that much regarding the research and how to publish papers and do stuff and stuff. But I think that's really important as well, since learning in China, I got to learn that experience, and I am inclined toward making a mark in that direction as well. So I've been offered PhD, and I'm thinking about pursuing that, and doing a lot of publication stuff in that. Aside from that, in my freelancing stuff, I am in the process of creating my own startup company, something that I can manage even if I am working on something else. And I'd like to bring individuals that are passionate, and together, that it's not all about making the money and stuff. I can do that on my own as well, but it's about imparting that knowledge ahead to others as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this this rule or stuff that whoever asks me something about something on my phone, there's every other day there's new contact asking me about this stuff. Sometimes my mom gives my number out, and my brother and stuff, and everybody wants to get to know about something, and I'm helping them. And at the end, whenever they're like, you did so much for us and stuff, and what do you want, or if we can gift you this and that, and I always say that you can pay me back by imparting whatever you have learned from me to just one person ahead. Promise me that you'll
Mm-hmm.
you'll tell all of this information and stuff to somebody else ahead. And then, so that, because it should be a chain, and it is a chain reaction. I got to learn something from somebody on the internet, and somebody gets to learn from me, and then so on. So I mean, yeah, of course, I have plans of opening a startup and small businesses ahead as well. So yeah, for me, this is my plan for the like 5 years. But let's see, because I'm not really set into my ideas aren't set into stone. If I see a new opportunity, new trend, something, I'll jump on the board, and I'll be on that. And because I like to explore new stuff, I like to try stuff, so that's why.
I am anticipating, I mean, big things coming from you, and you have got a community welfare, thing from coming, from your mother, and you have inherited that. And mashallah, mashallah, and the way you are doing that value addition in your family, in your friend circle, and your that charitable attitude of yours coming from your mother, and then her social circle is commendable, mashallah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and inshallah, I am putting that link of yours research paper as well for the audience to read
Uh-huh.
that as well. Yeah. um it all starts from money making, and
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of questions from the students of different backgrounds who want to earn, that and how should they start off, and what is the key skill that they should learn, that can be learned in very less time, you know and can be translated into money earning service. As you have
Okay.
mentioned previously, that the Python and then the PHP is one of the languages which are easy to learn, which take less time, as compared to the other languages, right? And apart from that, what do you recommend?
Okay, so let me get this clear. When I recommended PHP and Python stuff, I mean, of course, for me it's easy, and starting off is always easy, but
Mm,
it's not limited to something, if you take this much classes, then you'll know all of it, and you're good to go.
mm,
So it's this vast hub of knowledge, that never ends, and you go on with that. But
mm,
in regards to PHP and stuff, I would always say that I mean, these projects are great and that are beneficial, but personally I would say that if you want to learn quick and earn quick money, then the basic knowledge that you need to have is um, how to market yourself, how to
mm.
present yourself, and how to have your profile up and be a professional. I've seen a lot of people, who have great skills and stuff, but they don't market themselves well, they don't present themselves well, and that's why they are much on a lower scale than the people who have less skills, but they market themselves, they present themselves well. So I would always suggest that before people say we're gonna do this, we're gonna learn first and practice and do this and that, and then we'll create a profile. And I always say that put up your profile, jazz it up a
Okay.
bit, and then start learning, because it takes time for your profile to even rank and be visible for others. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be like if you have all the skills, then oh, it's gonna take a couple of
Mm,
days and I'm
mm.
gonna be fine. So just create your profile first, have everything up there, decide what you want to do, that's the main thing.
Okay.
And then along with that, applying on requests and stuff, just learn whatever you are doing. So I would say that you for those who are interested in website development and stuff, I would say that you can do WordPress website development. I mean, it's really easy. You don't basically have to have the knowledge of coding and stuff. It's you don't really. I mean, if you can learn a bit of CSS and stuff, it's great, to have a bit of code flex over others. But even without learning coding, you can create a website and all that. There are platforms like Squarespace, Wix, and WordPress. I personally prefer WordPress a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's great as well. And then for graphic designing, a lot of people know that there are courses on YouTube, and ton of different um, channels are offering that. You can simply install Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop or something, and just practice a bit and start with stuff. Download PSD templates and stuff.
Mm.
It's basically, if you have the concept and if you know how to use the tools, you don't have to do everything from scratch. There are templates and
Okay.
helpful stuff out there. Leverage them, edit it a bit, add your touch to it. So it's not that difficult. It's all about how you present yourself, how you market yourself. Yeah. And recently, people ask me, what else should we learn and stuff. I
Mm,
mean, if you have a bit
mm,
of money lying around,
mm,
you can start with Shopify stuff. And since Amazon is here in Pakistan, Amazon FBA, you can there are ton of stuff. You can even open up your own store and have your own product. Hunt down the product and present it ahead. And yeah, these days, these are the golden days. You have all the information in front of you, available for free on
mm-hmm.
YouTube. You just have to invest your time instead of watching those useless TikToks and stuff. Just open up a video, even when you're snacking and stuff. Just watch and see how people are doing it. So
That's a
yeah.
golden advice that, use your screen time, um, you
Hmm.
know, in a better way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Were you doing Amazon?
No, I wasn't doing Amazon. I mean, of course, I have the know-how. I have a lot of
Do you
just
recommend
in
it learning Amazon?
I mean, of course, since it has just been introduced in Pakistan recently,
Mm,
there is going to be a lot of job opportunities regarding the FBA and virtual assistant stuff. So if you
mm-hmm,
have that knowledge, if you learn how to do that, it's gonna be
mm-hmm,
great. Since there's a lot of big volume that is going to be translated into that market, especially from Pakistan.
mm-hmm,
So it's a nice skill to have. Yeah.
mm-hmm. So, should we expect you teaching or starting your own private batches of teaching the services you are expert at, or or teaching your
Yeah.
expertise to the students?
Actually, this Ramadan, I had this intention of, holding a Zoom class with a couple
Mm,
of different people that were, contacting me separately and, asking me the same thing. And, I was practically forwarding them the
yeah,
same links and stuff.
individually. Mm,
Yeah. So it was getting a bit hectic because every other day there is this new individual that wants me
asking
to
you repeatedly the same things.
share the same stuff.
Mm,
Yeah, the same stuff. So I mean, I did create a couple of videos a few years back, and they got a lot of views and stuff. But
mm-hmm.
it's all about time management. As you see, I've been busy a lot with my degree and stuff.
Yeah.
But I sincerely I do want to hold a webinar really soon. That's gonna be free, the initial couple of them, because for me it's not about the money right now. At least it's about um imparting that knowledge, that a lot of people are seeking out there, in simplistic terms, in Urdu,
Mm,
in however it is easier for them to get on this train quick. Something that I took a lot of time learning, how to do it properly, and I can just tell them the shortcuts and stuff. Of course, it's gonna be difficult, but it's gonna be less difficult than what it was, I guess, for
mm,
me or for the others
yeah,
at that time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I am hopeful that we can maybe collaborate someday and launch some sessions of website development, or or maybe we can produce some good project managers and website developers, from your batches. It's a kind of pre-announcement, right? Am I audible to you, Lela? We are just having a couple of last minutes. Can you hear me? Yeah, we had lost you. Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
But it's distorted voice of yours here. It's a bit, and I guess, yeah. So if you can tell me that, and I can ask you the last question of this conversation. Lela, am I audible to you?
yeah, you are
Yeah, it's
audible.
fine
Is it
now.
good now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
okay.
is. Thanks to you. The internet was not compassionate to us. Um, uh,
Okay.
Laila, after doing all this stuff, I asked this question from every guest of ours. That is the core of everything. That are you happy with your career, with your future ambitions in your mind, with your soul, at your heart, and the life overall? Are you happy?
Um, I guess if I say that yes, I am happy overall, then it would not be completely true. But with how my career went, with what I have achieved, I guess I am happy. In a certain way. Obviously, we always have this thing that we should have done this way, or there shouldn't be any regret or something, and I don't have any, to be very honest. I'm happy with my academic and professional life, with what I have achieved, and what I'm going through right now. It's all good. But at the end, it's not about that your happiness is tied to things that are not in your control. I would say, you can have everything, and yet you still crave for something else. I would say,
Mm,
for example, I would say that when you go through that much noise and
mm,
hip happening stuff, you crave for peace and serenity and stuff like that. So yeah, there are times that, that makes me want to cut out everything, and just live a peaceful and happy
mhm,
life with no internet and stuff. But then that's that. And of course, I can never do that. It's just for a while. It's just bit of crave that hits us in
mm,
one of the sad times and stuff. But generally, yeah, I'm happy with my life. But there are things that I want to achieve. I guess your happiness shouldn't be tied to anything. If you're happy, yourself, everything else would be good for you. If you tie your happiness to things like, if I do this, then I'll be happy. If I get this, or if
mm,
that person is in my life, or if I have that position, in career and stuff,
mm,
then you're never gonna be happy. You'll always have this something pinned above your head, that this, if I achieve this, then I'm gonna be happy. You have to be happy in the condition that you are right now, and
mm.
that's the key to happiness, that is everlasting. So yeah, and of course, lastly, I would say, uh, this life isn't based on happiness and happy events. I mean, it's supposed to have struggles. It's supposed to have the hard times. That's how we appreciate, the good times, because when we go through that stuff and we learn the lessons and stuff, that's how we appreciate, how good our life actually is. So I mean, it's not a paradise. You're supposed to have this stuff, but yeah, I'm happy, and I'm happy to be here on your show as well.
Mashallah, you have come a long way and you have learned the secret to life. Trust me, Laila. It's been pleasure having you here, and we were planning it. I mean, it was a long time ago, and finally it is done. And thanks everyone for watching till the very end. I am anticipating your feedback. Please do share it in the comments that how does it this conversation affects you, and we can have more of them with Lela, as we have missed a lot of questions here because just because of short of time, and we were not wanting it like a bit lengthy, like maybe that makes this conversation so boring, you know. So I extremely I'm thankful to you that you took out time for us, and it's really it's an awesome time with you, learning all the things and planning for the future conversations and maybe your private batches, inshallah, in the future. And very
Inshallah,
important,
inshallah.
yeah, thank you so much. And it's very important. Let us not forget to share it, especially with the students, teachers, and the learners out there. And that's all we have for you today. But we will not stop here, and the amazing journey has just started. Subscribe to the channel, and inshallah, we will soon see you all. with another esteemed guest in the Meet the Expert. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.